Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Susan Augustin coming to you from Southern California. I can be found at Success with Susan Augustin fan page and also on YouTube. And today, it's interesting. I'm still on my journey. We're all on our journey, right? And I'm still figuring out kind of what I have a pretty clear idea of what my strengths are and what my calling is and what my purpose is in life. And today it really struck me that one of the things that I'm called to do is to help other people find their voice. And that's important to me because it took me a while to find my voice. I was the youngest in a family of 3 kids, and not to bash anything about my family, but I really didn't have a vote. I really didn't have a say for the longest time. And I didn't really realize that's the thing that's really subtle about not finding your voice is you don't really realize you don't have a voice because you've been told your whole life that you're going to just go along with what everybody else is doing. And so you didn't really even realize that there was a voice. And it's very sad that at my age, I'm finally finding my voice, but thank God I'm finally finding my voice, right? So it's the good, both sides of it. But I realized that part of the calling that I have on my life is to help other people to find their voice. And this is the truth. Your purpose in life is to solve a problem that no one else can solve. You have a unique purpose and calling in life. And many people back away from like doing a Facebook Lives. I've heard them say they don't like the way their voice sounds. They don't like seeing themselves on camera. They're afraid what people might be thinking. And the truth is, doggone it, you have a message to speak. You have a song to sing. You have a purpose for being alive on this earth. And the sooner you figure it out and the sooner you step into it 100%, you're going to be unstoppable and you're going to thrive and you're going to enjoy life and you're going to wake up earlier in the morning excited and jazzed about what you get to do that day. And that's my heart's desire, is to help, even if it's just one person, to move to that next place of getting closer to tapping into who they were really made to be. It's just a beautiful thing. So your voice is the only one that can speak the message that you were created to speak. And it doesn't need to sound like anybody else's. It shouldn't sound like anybody else's. It's unique because it's yours. It's what you were born with. It's the heart's desire and the heart's message that is deep inside of you. And you might be thinking, okay, but how do I find it? This is one of my questions to you is, well, what excites you? What lights you up? Think about what if you could have a dream job, list 10 qualities that you would like in a dream job. Would you like to travel first class? Would you like to create your own schedule? Would you like to work with motivated people? Think about that. And as you have those top 10, then I would suggest to go back through and compare number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is I want to do public speaking, and number 2 is I want to travel first class. And compare them and go, okay, which one wins, 1 or 2? Okay, I think I'm more excited about traveling first class than I am public speaking. And put all the filters away, all the judgments of, well, maybe I shouldn't travel first class or maybe I shouldn't. Put all that away, because a lot of those things that we put on ourselves are blocking us from getting in touch with the desires and the things that we really like and enjoy, which are going to all come together to help us really thrive. So work through those 10 and get to your top 5. And especially those top 3 are going to tell you a lot. And I've been studying some things, like I had said with Dr. Lance Wallno, about convergence, about being all that you can. And one of his case studies, a lady that really didn't have a chance to experience her voice for many years, you know what her top one was? Her top one was adventure. And she was this quiet little person that nobody would have suspected. That's what she really desired, was adventure in her life. And so he suggested that she make some changes so she can incorporate adventure in. One of my top ones is spontaneity. I love spontaneity. I just think that's fun to go, hey, let's just go do this. Let's go do that. And yeah, there is a place of course, being responsible. But spontaneity is something that I really enjoy. It's just kind of fun to be free enough to drop everything and just go do things. So that's one of my top ones. So don't limit yourself. Think about all the different kinds of things that you could want to do, and that's going to help you to find your voice. It's going to help you to find how you were made to connect with people, how you were made to make a difference on this earth. And it isn't going to look like somebody else. Not everyone is called to the mission field. Not everyone is called to a lot of things. So put all that aside and just say, who am I and what was I made to do and to be? And you know, a lot of you that are in like direct selling or an MLM, what I noticed after being in the industry for so many years was that companies develop loyalty so much in their reps that we identify with that company. And what I have learned to do was identify more with creating my own brand and still having a product that I sell. And in a sense, it's almost like being an affiliate marketer for that company. But the thing is, once you identify, the problem with totally identifying yourself with that company is, what if you've lost your passion? Then what are you supposed to do? What if it doesn't excite you anymore, but you have this sense of community and this sense of feeling like, wow, this is where the way it's always been and what I've always done. I want to release you today to go ahead and explore that. If you don't have a passion for that, then ask yourself, what do I have a passion for? And it's okay to evaluate. We're taught in those companies, loyalty, no matter what. It's okay to evaluate if you don't have a passion. And I'm certainly not telling anybody to not do what they're doing. I'm just saying, look inside. Are you excited? Maybe you haven't made it to the top because maybe you don't have the passion that you'd like to have, but maybe you didn't make it to the top because had you might not have really found your true calling in life and the true purpose that you're supposed to be doing. Like I said, I just want to free you to give you permission to look at where you're at in life and say, what lights me up? If I could do anything I wanted, what would it be? If I could go anywhere I wanted, what would it be? And what I would like to offer is, let's talk about that. Let's talk about, thank you for the heart, how to monetize it. Let's take a look. I would like you to comment or message me, and this is going to sound weird, but write the word passion down below. No creepers, please. I've already had, I think, 2 or 3 marriage proposals since I've been doing these Facebook Lives, so I've promptly blocked them. But sorry, rabbit trail there. But I would love to talk to you about what your dream is, what your passion is, and how we could monetize it. You know, we get so hung up with making money. And I heard a man speak the other day, and he said something that made so much sense to me. He said, you know, people think, oh my gosh, what would it take to make $10,000? And he said, this is what you do. You get really good at a skill that's going to add value to other people's lives. You start a meetup group of 100 people, and you do it for 4 weeks in a row. Charge them $100 to go through the 4-week training with you. 100 people, $100, you just made $10,000. So we got to look at money a little bit differently. We're all still so used to looking at it from, you know, being an employee kind of thing. And when you are self-employed, an entrepreneur, the sky's the limit. You don't have to be limited by those same kinds of things. So I just want to challenge you to dream bigger, to think bigger, and let's talk about how to monetize what your passion is. So the word is passion. The word of the day is passion. And I do want to say prayers for those of you that are in the Houston area still working through some difficult things. And I'm praying for Irma to move and not affect Florida and the rest of the people that have been impacted by that. My heart goes out to all of you. So that's it for tonight. Write the word passion if you want to chat further about helping you to find your passion in life. So hugs and prayers. Have a great night.